is Philip Faulkner. I'm with Ed Bell Construction Company, and I'm the operations manager. My role as operations manager is to oversee day-to-day operations for the field and fleet management. I currently have about 300 employees that we go out and self-perform all aspects of heavy highway construction work with. And my job is to manage cost, scheduling, and ensure that the work gets done on time, safe, and quality. Ed Bell Construction is a heavy highway company that has been in North Texas for 54 years, and we do primarily work for TxDOT and local municipalities doing heavy civil work, concrete paving, earthwork, underground, and bridge. So in the beginning, back when we were using paper plans on a day-to-day basis like most companies were, the two main issues that came up were ensuring that all members of the project team were up to date with paper plans, getting all the latest revisions, getting all the latest documents they would need, and not only getting those here in the office, but ensuring that the guys in the field, at the superintendent, the foreman level, the field surveyor, all were building off the same data. Our documentation showed that within 60 to 90 days of implementation of HCSS plans, we went to where we have had 0 incidents of rework due to not having the correct documentation in the field. Our guys are always up to speed on what happens. I mean, from the time an owner sends us a revised plan sheet, once it's been vetted by the project management staff, it's immediately pushed out, and within minutes, everybody in the field that's associated with the project, from the president of the company down to the lowest man in the field building something that has a leadership role, has the correct data and documentation to build things correctly.
HCSS plans, I use it all day. I start my mornings off, I review all of my foreman's time. They use HCSS plans to document their work every day, so I look for their annotations to see the quantities they performed and the areas they worked on. And then a lot of times they'll submit their materials or other stuff using the calculators.
Every day I have HCSS plans open, doing miscellaneous takeoffs on what the guys are working on, tracking their quantities, writing down annotations of what we're doing that day, screenshots for HCSS time card stuff at the end of the day.
One of our foremen ordered some trucks to move some concrete barrier wall, and sort of just using a gut feeling, and we went back and used the calculator to check his math, and we're able to reduce the number of trucks and save almost $4,000 by getting the correct number based on the cycle times.
HCSS plans clearly has quickly made it where I believe in my local market, I have far and away the most informed and best informed foreman, superintendents, and management team of anybody of my competitors. It's very common that we'll build a project that ties into one of our competitors, and it's something I always hear as my guys are walking around with this wealth of information, and these guys are still running around with paper plans in the truck, and my guys have them, can get to all these documents. The other guys are like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that about what was going on my job. How do you know that about what's going on your job? Well, it's all here, and these guys don't have it. Instantly, that makes it where my guys, they're catching mistakes sooner. They know what's going on the job. They know what the owners require. They know what our contract with subs and vendors and everybody requires. They have all this access to simple things that you would think wouldn't make big advantages, but just having access to full schematic right-of-way drawings that are typically plan sheets that take up an entire room are now in this here, and they can know to stay on property, off property, where is the limits of what I need to grade to. They understand better. I mean, all these things add to a competitive advantage because my costs are down. That ability for me to not only reduce my costs that way, but allow my supervisors across the board to plan easier in conjunction with all the other HCSS modules we have. I start with heavy bid, and I have a good secure estimate, and then I go down to heavy job, and it helps get the cost part to the field. And now I have HCSS plans, which helps me come in and plan the actual building work so that later the cost part of that is cleaner, and now I know exactly what I'm going to do, so I don't have to wonder why the HCSS heavy job cost later looks so poor. Well, now I know on the front end I planned it correctly, and I had a lot more planning solutions up front to do with that, and that makes it where across the board profits are up and costs are down.